This is the fire pit I have now. My plan is to take it out and put in a permanent fire pit with a level floor area around it. This is the material I bought at Lowe's. The color is called Ashland. That's the stones for the fire pit. That's the floor pieces and the paver base. The floor pieces are 16 by 24, so I needed 6 of them for 4 square feet, and as anyone who knows basic math would know. Alright, first thing I did was take out the old stones, and I'm getting ready to prepare the ground here. Raked out the ground. I had stones in there. This actually used to be an area where I had a bird feeder. I had to move the bird feeder and just stuck the fire pit on it, so that's why the rocks were there for the bird feeder. The next thing I did is lay out the stones, the paving stones in the way I want them to go, so I can start figuring out how much to level. It's probably going to take me a while. Might need more than 2 bags of leveling that I got. I do have some stones I can use as well, but there may be another trip to those. Who knows? So going down the hill, I put the level on a board and stretched it out the length. And going down to the end is more than I thought. You can see it's almost the height of that block down there. I'm going to move it a little bit just to make sure, because I'm still a couple inches away, but you get the idea. Got a ways to go before it's level. So lined up with a bunch of shims, you can see it's 2, and I can't see it great with the video here, but a little, maybe 2 5/8 off level at the bottom. Measuring it on the other side, I put another shim under it. It's not quite as bad on this side, but it's still it's a little under 2.5, so got some more to do. Okay, so I got the first stone level. I leveled it crossways and lengthways, and just to give you an idea, it took about 20 minutes, and pretty much the whole time was just spent shoving the stabilizer in there until I got it level, and I stepped on it several times to make sure that it was not rocky. Couldn't decide whether or not to show you that, but it was a long time. So I'm just going to keep plugging away at this. If I find anything useful, I'll show you. Otherwise, it's just plugging at it. Probably would need to dig down, maybe use some of those things to help, because it looks like it's going to be some work to level it. Okay, after I got that block level, I decided to use it as a plumb line, so you can see it's level. And then what I'm doing is running down and putting in string so I know where level is. I'll tape the strings when I'm done, and it may not be complete, but you can see there's a lot to fill in, so I figured it was a good way to get the base that I know I need. I can put in 4 corners of string, tape them up, know that I'm about level, fill in the base and the sand, and then kind of tweak it from there. Here's what I did. After I put the strings up, as I mentioned, it was a pretty high area I had to do, and I figured I'd use my old stones from my bird feeder area to fill it in. I know it's not even, but after I'm done, I'm going to put guards around it, some type of edging or something like that, so it'll look even. I mainly am concerned about getting it level right now. So that's where I'm at, and I've spent a bunch of time just putting these stones in and leveling them. Not rocket science, so again, no need to show it, but you get an idea of what I did. Now I'm going to put the sand on the top and then start filling in the stones and going from there. Okay, so I just spread the sand all over it, and I'm going to take a board and run a level across it now, so you can see if it's pretty good to go or if I still need some adjusting to do. So what I've done here is just put the sand in and the stones in. till everything is getting level. I see a dip in the middle there I'm going to take care of. Again, not rocket science. I know you're supposed to have stones kind of like interlocking, but I just didn't have the space for that. Trying to save some money, and it's just for a fire pit, so I'm not too worried about that. All the stones are in. A lot of leveling, but it was just tedious, not hard. Last thing I need to do is I bought the Permasand, and I'm filling it in. It's just using that because it's easier. Filling it in. Swept off the blocks first. Put it in, do it a few times, and then water it. You'll see how that goes. Good. It's in other videos, but I'll show you too. This is after putting the polymer sand on it. Got some more to clean off, as you can see. Ended up having to put some landscape cement in the ends of the joints because I don't have an edge there to hold it. And what surprised me was how many times I had to really sweep over it to get it to fill in. I probably did it 10 times. And every time I would step on it, more would get down in between. And I had to just keep going after it. So I decided for the edging, I tried thinking about different stones, but it just got too complicated given the size and what was available in the store. So I decided on pressure treated lumber, and I've got a 2x8 and then a 2x4 I'm going to put in up there, because the maximum depth I've got is like 7 inches. So I really needed to do that, and I'm just basically digging around till it fits in, and then going from there. And then I'm going to drill it in. So check back with you later. Here's why things take longer. You get to a certain point, you're almost there, and you get a root you got to cut out. So I got 2 boards cut out. You got to go 1.5 inches outside on one edge to allow for the size of the 2x4 or 2x whatever. The other one tip I will give you is don't pre-cut the wood. You got to measure against here. This is not precise cutting. You have to allow for, differences in the stone and all that. So like this one is actually 47 1/4, even though it's technically 47 because I needed that extra to make up for the way the boards are gonna fit together. All right, I've got all the boards cut out. Now I'm going to put corner pieces on the tops and also on the sides. 2 of the corners done. It's always best to do it diagonally like that and then go back. It's pretty well done for now. I've got some stain to put on it, which I have to wait for the wood to cure, and I'm going to clean it up and everything, but that's basically it. Not terrible, just tedious.